I just realized that I don't have any music on this. That's all right. That's okay. We don't have to. Um, we don't have to have music, do we? Let me know if you can hear me. We don't have to have music, do we? Where am I? Let me know if you can hear me. Ooh. Where am I? Let me know if you can hear me. I found me. Oh, wait, now I've lost me again. Here we go. I think I found me. It only took a couple minutes. Well, it took less than a minute to find me. Um, wow. Canva Create really did not disappoint. They're releasing some new features, one of which I have been asking for years. Um, Maybe not years, but at least since 2023. So that's 2 full years plus some. I would love to know what your feature is that you're looking forward to seeing the most. And Chris, we've got a few people in the house. Let's see what we've got. Digital art with Canva. I knew that you were going to show up today because, well, what feature are you looking forward to the most that Canva shared? And creations by Miss C. It's so good to see you. And yeah, I figured out that y'all could hear me because I could hear me in the background, and I didn't know where I've got so many tabs open. So this is what I've got planned. The first thing I want to do is see whether I can get into the new updated Canva on my free account, because I've heard rumors that the million slots have already been taken. And what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that at Canva Create, they announced that the first million accounts would be able to do something very special and be able to get in. And I've heard rumor that some people have not been able to get in. I have on my one account, I was number 125. But we're gonna see. Um, Multiple sizes in one design. That's pretty awesome. That's definitely on the list of things to talk about. And so yeah, let me see if I can pull up a full screen. Here we go. This, by the way, is my free account. I have 2 accounts, and it's basically so I can check occasionally to see if something's free or not. I don't do a whole lot in there, but this is what everyone's banner should look like if they've not gotten it. And I think the deal is I accidentally clicked it this morning and I didn't know it. But I think that if we click this little envelope right here, oh, 41,089. That's pretty cool. Now, here's the thing. I've heard that someone said they were 126,000, but this is just 4,089. But we're going to unlock the wonder and just go and see what happens. I'm actually going to turn the sound off of it just to help. Yeah, it looked like you click it probably 7 times. So I just clicked the different envelopes and it worked. But this morning, I clicked the banner and it went through. All right, let's go. Here's what it's going to look like. You wished we granted so many big surprises are waiting to be discovered. And then Canva Sheets, Magic Studio at Scale, Magic Charts, Visual Suite 2.0, Canva Code, and Design for Me. Happy designing. And then it's going to see Canva's homepage. Bam. There we go. We can click see what's new, play the announcement. But what I want to do is actually get out of this and go to my Canva Pro account. But I do want to point out Sheets right here on the homepage, Photo Editor, and Canva AI. Those are the things that, some of the things that we're going to be looking at. You can also click this, see what's new, and this little play button to replay your announcement. All right. So let me get back on the main screen so that I can switch out the account. If I can find it. And I found it. All right, here we go. Let's go first to a little presentation. The first thing I want to share is that I created part of this presentation yesterday and part of this presentation today. So as I go over each slide, I'll share whether it was something that I added today or whether it was something I added yesterday. This I added today because I didn't get access to it until this morning. I clicked the envelope and was number 125. And so the new things are Canva AI, because DreamLab has a new home. There's Canva Sheet and the photo editor. I have not played with any of them except for I did click photo editor on my phone just to look at it. But I'm going to go through all of those after the slideshow. All right, let's see here. 41, 219. That's awesome. Yep, share your number of what number you got in. I clicked each envelope on my screen and got in. That's amazing. Yep. So we're going to look at those in a little bit. Let's look at the next slide and see what it says. A new document, Canva Sheets. I've got a little video that I filmed that's a collection of videos of me asking for Canva Sheets. Okay. This is something that I guessed that would happen, and I want you to see that. And I played it as a trailer, but I'm going to play it again to allow myself to get a little something to drink.
They've got Canva docs. They don't have Canva sheets. They don't have an Excel equivalent within Canva, and I could see that being on the roadmap.
Canva created Canva docs, you know, as a Word or Google Doc alternative. They should create a Canva Sheets as an Excel or Google Sheets alternative. I want it to be a full-on brand new document type. Do you see right under me, there is a little circle that says coming soon? I don't know this. And anything that actually comes, if I've mentioned any of it, it's just a complete fluke. Like, I don't have any knowledge of things that are actually coming. But that little button, sometimes Canva gives us little clues about what's going to be happening. And that little button, all of the other things are icons. So you see how it's got YouTube thumbnail, doc, whiteboard, presentation, social media, video, print, website. And then there's custom, size, upload, and then more. These are all Canva document types that Canva has. And the thing that Canva doesn't have are sheets. They do now. They do now. I was so excited to find all those old clips. I knew where one was because I just created it yesterday, but the others I just did not know. And so when I found that clip, the first one was with a Canvassador friend of mine, and her name is Michelle. And we talked about this in 2023. And, you know, like how they had just released Canva Doc at that time. And I thought, I bet they're going to release a Canva sheet down the road. And they have. And so I thought that I would go into it for the first time live just to see what it looks like, even though it's going to be sort of deer in the headlights. I think it's going to be one of those things where I need to look at it privately, but I do want to open it up after that video that I created. All right. So let's just do a full screen here. There we go. I'm going to move me a little bit. And if I have to, I can move things around. All right. So give me a drum roll if you're ready for me to open up a brand new sheet for the first time. Brand new sheet. All right, let's go. There's only, you know, the thing is there's only one time that you can do something for the first time. And we've got drum rolls. We've got drum rolls, so now I can do it. We're going to go into sheet and see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and click out of that. Okay, it does give some clues here. Upload your data to add your CSV or XLSX file. Open the Uploads tab, drag or drop onto the sheet. Let's see, what else does it say? Magically transform your data. Try out a range of sheet actions to transform your content at scale, including Magic Insights, Magic Write, and Bulk Create. Okay, now what's next? Share and collaborate. Share and collaborate with your team in your sheets. Got it. So I'm really not going to like putz around with this too much, but basically what I took away from the keynote was that there would be a way to, here it is, bulk create designs using Canva Sheet. And so I'm just looking, resize. Oh, and then once you bulk create it, you can resize that to whatever. So let's say that I want to, I think, I'm just like best guess. Let's say that I want to create 30 days of social media posts. I could create everything right here, including maybe even pictures and do some bulk actions. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to have to figure that out. I think I'm going to have a call with a couple creators and maybe we can all figure this out together. This just isn't like, I'm not sure, but it is pretty cool looking. Let's see if background color. I could change the background color of things. I can't tell. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. So it's just something that I'm going to need to look at. But this was a feature I saw them adding to the roadmap in 2023. And now it's here. So I need to figure out what we as YouTubers will be able to do with this. All right, let's go back to the homepage. And by the way, I did notice this. The login and stuff is down at the bottom left-hand side instead of up in the top. So we're going to go back to the home page and I'm going to click this close menu and close that out. Now let's go back to presentations. So we looked at Canvas Sheets real quickly. Now let's look at the next thing, which is a brand new feature called Background Generator with Relight. I did a quick tutorial on this. I filmed it this morning. So let's go take a look at that. So let's click our image, click on Edit, and then we're going to head over to BG Generator. What this is going to do is generate a whole new background for this image. Because my brain is farting right now, I'm just going to click Inspire Me, and then we can click Generate. After you have these options, we are going to click a button to allow the lighting to match up with the background. There's this one, and next we have this one, then there's this one, and finally this one. Click on that sunshine button. The two options you have are balanced relight and maximum relight. For this one, I like both, but I think I'm going to stick with maximum and click done. This picture has a whole new background and the lighting is balanced so that it really matches. This is a great new Canva feature. So let's click our image, click on Edit, and then we're going to head over to BG Generator. What this is going to do is generate a whole new background for this image. Because my brain is farting right now, I'm just going to click Inspire Me, and then we can click Generate. After you have these options, we are going to click a button to allow the lighting to match up with the background. There's this one, and next we have this one, then there's this one, and finally this one. Click on that sunshine button. The two options you have are balanced relight and maximum relight. For this one, I like both, but I think I'm going to stick with maximum and click done. This picture has a whole new background and the lighting is balanced. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I knew that I could count on everybody. I saw like comments pinging in and I'm like, what is going on? I thought that that was a very cool feature. I'm not sure exactly how we can use it yet in terms of for YouTube itself, but I really think that it would make a really nice background for a thumbnail potentially. And I really like that we could change the lighting on the pictures so that it matches better. I really liked that. So we can go into Canva a little later on and check out background generator if you comment background generator in the chat. That's the only way I'm going to remember it, because I will put a star next to it and we can go back to it in a little bit. So let's keep going. Next up is a new feature on edit color. It is now on the main line. I see that this presentation is in purple, so that means that I've got a little video to show you how it works. And I'm going to try to be very quiet and not mute my mic this time underneath the video presentation. Let's find it. Color Edit Toolbar. Before, what you would need to do if you wanted to change a color was click Edit, go to Adjust, and scroll down until you found the Color Edit option. However, you don't need to do that anymore. Click the image and go up here and click the color you would like to change. And now the color panel opens up and you can change it to anything that you like. Let's change it to this dark turquoise. And now we've got a brand new color on a photo without having to open up the Adjust panel. What do you think about this new feature? Before, what you would need to do if you wanted to change a color was click. I can see where I'm going to need to figure out with these videos how to get it to revert back to like me after it's finished. So yeah. Sarah, I see that you said background generator. I started so that I'll remember to go back and look at it later. I did the background generator in a thumbnail for next month's live. It worked. The color edit is so much better than that darn slider for changing it. Yes. So if you want me to go into color edit live instead of the edited video, write color edit in the chat and I will star that. That will help me remember to go back and look. Okay, let's see. What's next? This next feature is new feature, click edit for photos. So this is something that I noticed probably a week and a half ago. I do not have a video on it, so we're going to go to a screen share so that I can just show you what that looks like. Let me click on social media. Let's just do a YouTube thumbnail. And now can I remember what I was going to share? Click edit for photos. Oh, yeah. And I have starred color edit, so I'll remember to go back and look at it. New feature to select. Okay, I think those are the two that are related. Oh, you saw a preview. Let's go back. Let's go to screen share. Here we go. I'm going to grab an image here and then click that image. We're going to click edit. And now what we can do is click on this word click whatever it is that we want to click like that, and it's going to bring up options. For example, magic eraser, maybe I want to erase, magic grab, or even magic edit. So it gives recommendations on what it thinks you want to do based on what you've selected. Let's just click magic eraser and get rid of her and see what happens. So this one wasn't a great example, But look, now let's try it again. But there was a shadow on that image, so that's why it didn't work that great. So let me click out of this and undo a couple things. And let me show this one. Now, if I click this and then click the purse and erase the purse, then I've got probably a nice white background. That's exactly what happened. We're going to reset tools. We're going to do the same thing, but this time magic grab. And it's going to separate the purse from the background and then automatically take us out of it, which I love for maybe making an object a little bit bigger than the background picture or finding a new background. So I love that. I'm definitely going to want to film something specific on this. And again, so while I'm here and Sarah wanted to look more at color edit, here we are. So I've got this image and I can click this purple color and change it to something else. I could even change it to a new color specifically. It probably is not going to be the exact color, but it's going to be better than the option that we had before. So I really like that. Let me show you where it's not great. It's not great on people because sometimes, let's say I wanted to change this color to be something else. Let's look. So that one worked really well. It changed the color nicely. Now let's choose this and see. This picture actually is doing a great job of it. Actually, it's very, very good. But it's not changing it precisely. So see how I changed it white and that's not white? But I really like that feature. I think it's easier than the color slider. And if you want more, then you can go into edit and click adjust and scroll down like before and click the color that you want to change and maybe increase the saturation or the brightness or decrease the brightness, whatever you want. And it's still going to work that way. But I really do like this, that we can click the color that we want to edit and then change it. So I'm going to, since we went into that a little bit in depth, I'm going to unstar color edit. What are we thinking so far? Now I need to find one with text on it, because this I found to be I like this feature a lot. I think it'll be very helpful for potentially YouTube thumbnails to redo. Okay, let me find a photo with words. I don't know whether it's going to do well on this or not, but we're going to try. So we're going to click this, click to edit, and when you scroll over a little bit, there's a little arrow. If you keep scrolling, there's one that says text. And look, as I hover over it, it's choosing text. and it gives magic eraser and grab text, but guess what? I can choose other things like this. I could get this and do grab text or erase, but there's this other feature, and let me move myself so that you can see it. Copy text to clipboard. I'm going to copy this text right now, and I'm going to go and add a page and paste, and now all of those words that were in this image are on my design. I love this so much. I can't even explain how much I love this. I think it's very, it's gonna help a lot, especially for pulling text off thumbnails, I think. So now if I do this again and I grab a few things, maybe I want to do grab text. So I'm going to grab text, and I should be able to change them, but you know, for this one, it didn't work as well. But I love to be able to click the image and then work on these selected areas, which, by the way, there's a lot. Text, background, foreground, brush, click. I really like click, where you can click something. So her mouth did turn blue when I did the background. So that's why I'm like, it's not great on people. And her mouth would probably turn blue. Let's go back and do it again. Her mouth probably would turn blue if I used Magic Grab on her. So let's click Edit. We'll click her, click on Magic Grab. Take a drink. And then I go back here and change the color. Then that makes it look a lot better. And then I'm looking to see if I change the color of her sweater here. Yeah, that's better for that particular picture, definitely. So I just like that look where you can magic grab and then change the colors of things. If something happens and it changes the color of the human to make them look a little alien, then you can definitely use Magic Grab if you have Canva Pro to grab her or them or he, whatever, and adjust the background. If you want to keep the font style, I use Magic Grab and then DO10 to change the color, but keep the style. If Canva doesn't, it does. It definitely does. This is a great tip. When typically when I'm grabbing text, typically what I'm doing, let me go back to my presentation. Typically what I'm doing when I'm grabbing text is I'm wanting to change the words, not just the color. So because of that, I would probably pull off all of the words and find a different thing, a different font or something like that. But yeah, I love the edit features so much, where we can grab text or use Magic Grab to grab words or use Magic Grab to grab people or change the color of a photo. I love that. Eileen is in the house. Eileen, it is so great to see you. I see that you already have access. This morning was 125, and then I signed in with my free account and was a little over 41,000. And here we go. We've got Eric in the house. It is great to see everybody. If you're just joining us, what I'm doing is I've got a little presentation slideshow here where I'm looking at different features. For example, new feature for new animations for photos. Some of these were announced at Canva Create, some of them were not. Some of them I've noticed for a little bit, and I thought I would share while I've got this. So I've got a short little 1-minute video of the new animations that we can look at. So let me find the video in new animations. Let's go. Canva released 4 brand new photo animations. Click on your picture, click on the word animate. Slide over here, we have shake zoom, whip slide, old TV, chroma wave. So let's click on shake zoom. The Canva Pro features, you can slow it down or speed it up. And you can also change the intensity. For whip slide, you can change the speed and the direction. For old TV, you can change the speed. Of course, you can also, with all of these, change the animation, whether you want it on both, on enter, or just on exit. I think old TV actually would look nice on exit. And then we've got chroma wave, where you can speed it up or slow it down. What do you think? Canva released 4 brand new photo animations. Click on your picture, click on the I keep doing that. I did it again. Okay. I need to figure out a scene so where I can be muted on a scene and then come back unmuted, because I will not remember that. But essentially what I said, what I think I said is that I filmed a tutorial for all of the animations that I'm hoping to release on Monday. And I'm going to need to film some new clips because Canva's changed some of the things that I shared in that tutorial, even though I just filmed it this past week. So I'm going to need to do some updates, which I knew I would. So I'm completely okay with that. Am I still muted? It's still like I'm seeing no muted. Hopefully we're good. Can't hear you. Hold on just 1 second. So you don't actually need to mute yourself unless you're, well, so true story. I was doing a little bit of that. I was doing a little bit of that because whenever I drink a bunch of water, and I've had 1.5 very quickly, that happens. And so I muted. And I also didn't want y'all to have to hear me like drinking a lot of water while the video was playing. But yeah. Sarah, if you still can't hear me, check the tab to see if the tab's muted. But yeah, we're good. So I think everyone heard the bit about me filming for the new animations on Monday. She's good now. Great. And Eileen is laughing. Yeah. I mean, like, there's no need for y'all to hear me going. So I have to figure out whether y'all can hear me. In fact, while there's 9 of you watching, let me find out. Can you hear me speaking when I'm playing a video? So let me play a video real quick. We'll go back and let's look at the Canva sheets, and we're going to look at the Canva sheets real quick. And you tell me whether you can hear me talking underneath.
They've got Canva docs. They have Canva sheets. They don't have an Excel equivalent within Canva, and I could see that being on the roadmap.
Canva created Canva docs. You know. All right. Yeah. See? So that's the other reason. If I start talking to myself, like I could see myself watching one of those videos, forgetting that have a hot mic and being like, you idiot, Jennifer, what are you doing? While the video's playing. Like I totally could see myself doing that. So let's go back to the presentation. So we've seen the 4 new animations, and Whip Slide is my favorite so far. I'm really liking the old TV. I used the old TV in the trailer this morning on exit so that it would like go away. I'm thinking I'm going to be using that a lot. Oh, I didn't hear you while it was playing. Huh. I needed, okay, Eileen's a member. Eileen, I think what I'm going to do is a members only live stream where I'm playing around with a video and talking and just doing a test to see. Uh-oh. I hear my gravel. Hold on a second. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to see if someone is actually here. Everybody learn about something new, about multiple designs. We can now have multiple sizes in the same document type. This design is 16 by 9, and if you scroll down, this one's 9 by 16. What you're going to do is click the down arrow. This brings up everything. Let's say I want to add a document to plan my videos. It pulls up a document for me. I couldn't figure out how to get to my design, so I did go back and go into it to see, and it pulled up this view. And so I was able to see the document actually was within the design. Now we can see the presentations, the mobile video, and now the document all in the same design. So we're going to add a new page type. Let's do social media. Let's do a 4x5. If I look at grid view, you can see here at the bottom, social media page, video page, doc page, social media page. All of them are different. This is so cool. We can now have multiple sizes in the same document type. This design is 16 by 9, and if you scroll down, this one's 9 by 16. What you're going to do is click the down arrow. This brings up everything. Let's say I want to add a document to plan my videos. It pulls up a document for me. I couldn't figure out how to get to my design, so I did go back and go into it to see, and it pulled up this view. And so I was able to see the document actually was within the design. Now we can see the presentations, the mobile video, and now the document all in the same design. So we're going to add a new page type. Let's do social media. Let's do a 4x5. If I look at grid view, you can see here at the bottom, social media page, social media page, video page, doc page, social media page. All of them are different. This is so, so cool. We can now have multiple sizes in the same document type. This design is 16 by 9, and if I scroll down, this one's 9 by 16. What you're going to do is click the down. Okay, I need to know, did y'all hear me holler like, oh, you scared me? Because my husband does not get home until after 4:30 every single day. I heard the gravel in the driveway, and so I went to go look. I'm looking out the front door, and as I open the front door, the back door is opening. My husband like made me jump. Oh, Eileen did not hear me say that. That's great. Yeah, I was like, oh, oh, you scared me. Almost wish y'all could have heard it, because when I get like frightened, it's very funny. I watched the Canva show. I'm curious how these will benefit the multiple designs. Could be helpful. Add long form, thumbnail, description, maybe a short together. Yeah, I'm thinking planning. I'm thinking, yeah, like adding a Canva doc where you're doing planning, adding thumbnails, adding a page where you are just working on titles, adding a page where you're just working on descriptions. And with the new Canva document type called Canva Sheet, I could see that being really handy too, even though I just opened it up for the first time live earlier today. But yeah, let me go back to my presentation. I did go out of order because I needed to make sure I had enough time just in case someone was actually here other than my husband, which I was not expecting him to be here. I played it out of order, and that is so kind. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, guess what? It was perfect timing. New feature, multiple designs, one project. So even though I thought it was out of order, I did it great. Let's see. Text, toolbar, new features. Have you seen the text features? These are awesome. Let me slide up. First, on the slideshow here, you're going to see one that says general, text position, and there are 3 different text positions that are new. And then under typography, there are some new things. One is called kerning, and the other thing is called ligatures. And if you use scripty fonts, ligatures is going to be your best friend. Let me show you how it works once I find the little video. And this is my last edited video that I was filming this morning. Do you see how this word Canva is not connected, but this word Canva is? That's thanks to a brand new feature called ligatures. And this works best with a scripty font. So for this example, I'm using Playwright US Trad. You're going to click over Advanced Formatting. You'll have General. This is generally what things will be, which has no text position at all. And then you have Superscript and subscript. But we're going to leave this one at the regular A2 position. Slide over to typography. You're going to notice that there is a new feature called kerning, which you can turn on, but this is the one that I'm loving. It's called ligatures. It combines specific characters elegantly. When we flip this over, Canva is now scripty. What do you think about that? Do you see how this word Canva is not connected, but this word Canva? Okay, I need to know. what do you think about this? This is something that I've heard so many people say they wanted. I knew I wanted this. I just had never said it out loud. I am so excited because my name looks like my name when I use a scripty font instead of it being separated. I absolutely love it. Let's look and see what's next. Quick action search Magic Studio actions. Okay. Eileen, of course, loves it. I knew she would. If you hadn't seen it yet, I just knew you were going to love it. Quick action search Magic Studio actions. Okay. That was just the name that I came up with this. I have been asking for a search function in Edit Photos for a while. They've not done that yet. However, let me get a screen share up. Okay. And let me move me over a little bit. Well, I cannot. Okay, there we go. Okay. If you click, you can't see it. Hold on a second. There we go. If you click this little button down here, you're going to see that it says quick actions, and there is I can't remember what this called. What's this called? Help me out, Eileen. It's the button that's basically underneath the question mark on your keyboard. If you click that, a quick action toolbar will come up. That's not new. That's not new at all. However, what I noticed the other day is that when I select something like this image and then click that button that's underneath the question mark slash, I just noticed that too right before I went live. I could not add that to the thing, but I'm going to start it and we'll go back to it. Yes, the slash. There are image actions that you could do. So I could just click that and do that real quick. Obviously, that didn't work well. But let me click the slash and then start typing in grab. Even the G will give me magic grab. And I can do that. But there was also one there that says grab subject. If I click that, it's automatically going to grab the subject from the picture. That is so good. That is so good. I love that. As my friend Sharon would say, so much. I plan several videos at once. If I can combine, okay, hold up. I got to get out of this so that I can read better. Let's see here. Let's try this. If I can combine a script, video format, etc. in one project, that's great. Then I will have a cleaner view of my projects. I'm excited. I am too. I'm going to use it for the first time when I film my next tutorial, which I probably will film on, I'm guessing on Monday. I'm going to try it on the first time. I want to sort of give it a try and use it for a couple of videos before I share how I use it, because I think that's going to be better than me not knowing. Plus, I think it might take a little while for this to roll out to everybody, just like when Canva Create released the glow up last year. But yeah. Okay, let's go back to my starred comments if I can find them. Oh boy, where are my starred comments? Oh, filter. Here we go. Star. I found them. Background generator. So I'm going to go through real quick and look at my starred comments and try to go into more detail, or let's take a second look at them. Let's see. Screen share. Background generator. We're going to get a new image. Let's just use the same one. We're going to go to edit. We're going to move me so that I'm out of the way. And I see that my mic is still on. And what's going to happen now is we're going to click background generator. Describe a new background. This can be anything that you want, but of course, because I'm not about thinking, I'm just going to click inspire me. Smooth, seamless white surface. We could do inspire me again. What about this one? Desert landscape with mountains and golden sand dunes at dusk. Generate. So it's going to work. This part does take a little while, but it's going to give us 4 options. And what I like about it is that it can change the lighting on the subject. So these are not really that great, but I knew they wouldn't be. We're going to take this one and then we're going to click this little button, the sunshine, and change to balance relight. That changes the subject so that it is not as obvious that there's a different background. And then, of course, there's maximum relight. So I like that. And then what if I liked that version of her better? This is how I see myself using it. Is what if I liked that version? Well, then I could use that magic button. Let's grab this and then type in grab subject. And now I'm going to have a brand new version of her. That's just, it's a lot of steps, but it just makes her look a little different than she did originally. So I like that. Background generator. Carlos Tacos is in the house. It's great to see you. If you are just joining us today, basically Canva Create was today, and they shared in their keynotes a lot of new features. And I'm going through some of them that I'd already discovered, some new. This is sort of like my first look. Some of them I've had for a couple weeks, like the background generator I've had for a few weeks. So I've kind of been able to play with that, but a lot of them I haven't. So I thought that I would just look at them live and see what we think about them. One thing that we've been talking about that we really like is, let me move over my slide. And me now. Is that we can click on this down arrow within a project and add something different to that project, like this one that says sheets. So now I've got a sheet document in the design. And I can edit it by clicking that little button to edit. Well, now I can add another page type, such as a video, a mobile video. So now I could create a YouTube short within the same design. So I could have a Canva doc to plan. I could have a Canva sheet to create lots of things that maybe I'm doing some titles and I need some sheets to keep it organized, or affiliate links, things like that. creating thumbnails. So that's one of the big things that I think that they released today that I did not know that was coming, that was super exciting. We're going to go back to presentation and see what else I have. I've got two more. This one is for audio, a new feature that balances audio. So let me go ahead and use this feature, and let's add a video, a regular landscape video. And I need to get a full screen share up. I'm going to pull up a video from my uploads file. Let's say this one. Underneath the audio tools, I think, or is it under volume? Let's see, maybe it's under volume. It's under volume. If you click balance all, it's going to balance all of the media within your design. And I think that it makes for a better sound. So for this one, it took it down to 33 to balance it. And if I exported this, it probably would sound much better. So I love this new feature. I think it's got some great promise. Now, let's go back to present. UI renamed as pages. This is the part that I have to refilm in the tutorial that I did last week about the video animations, because I talked about there was a thumbnail view and a scroll view. Now they call it pages. And the reason why I put it in the slideshow like this is so that you can see it better, because it's really tiny on the screen. But essentially what it will do is change yours from a thumbnail view to a scroll view like it was before. It's just now it's called pages, so that I think it just simplifies it so that people know what it is. And then there's also a number button where you can type in the number if you know the page you want to go to. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can show that with the screen share. In fact, you're about to see some crazy here. Let's see. I like that balancing audio. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. All right, here is pages. So if I hover over it, it says hide page thumbnail, which would actually let me hide something on my screen. If I do that, this bottom part's going to go away, and it's going to look like this, which is scroll view. If I click it again, it's going to show the thumbnails. Now, if you've got video on it, let me move this over a little bit. You can click duration and it will give you a playhead. The other thing that you may not know that you can do is increase the timeline so that you can see more elements on something. So let's just add a bunch of different rectangles here. Well, when I scroll up, if I've got everything selected, I can see all of the timing there and move the timing of things. So then the timing comes in different. I think that I also filmed, but I just need to refilm the part about the pages here. Well, now they have fixed that, so that's great. All right, let me click on duration again so that I can get it to this view. And then I'm going to get rid of all of this. I managed to, let's go back to main screen. In a little over an hour, I shared 13 different new features. I know that there are more. In fact, I'm going to go look at the saved comments and see what's there. Multiple sizes in one design. So let's look at that one more time. Basically, that's going to be right here in a design if you were on this view. If you were in what I would call a scroll view, you can click that and then add a different design. So let's say whiteboard. Here we go. It's going to look like a whiteboard. What you would need to do is click pages, and then you will be able to go to a different page that way. If you are in this view where you can see the thumbnails at the bottom and you want to add a page type, then click the arrow button here and you can add a page type there. So let's say that we want to do a video, maybe a Facebook video. There you go. And then we can hide the pages. And there's multiple page types within the same project. So helpful. Color edit, I think we went over that pretty good. So I'm going to unstar that. And then you can also resize a page within a design. I just saw that. Okay. So how you would do that is, let's click pages again. When you hover over something, let's say I've got this. I'm going to click on this, and then I made sure to get the 3 dots up. Wait. Hold up. There it is. So some of them you may not be able to. There's a resize page. We can click that and then change it to whatever we want. So let's see if I type in thumbnail, which you cannot see. Let me fix that. If I type in thumbnail, I can get the thumbnail changed, and it's going to change the size of that design page. So if you accidentally mess up, you don't have to delete it. You could just resize it. That's a Canva Pro feature, and I'm going to love that because I make mistakes a lot. Okay. Doug Houston is in the house. What time is it there, Doug? When you hover over the bottom, it still says thumbnail. Yeah. I think page thumbnails. Let me get rid of my ticker for let's go back. Wait, where I want to hide what's I can't. Oh, it's gone away. Okay. Oh, my ticker came back. Okay. So yeah, when you hover over the word pages, it will say hide page thumbnail. And then when you hover over it, show page thumbnail. So instead of just calling it thumbnail and scroll view, they're calling it pages, and then the hover over shows that you're showing thumbnails or not thumbnails. It makes sense to me, actually. Let's see. Doug says that it is just after 6 a.m. It is 4:13 p.m. here. Say you want to download part of your page. Can you highlight? Wait. You can highlight all the items you want to download. I tried this earlier and it did not work. See, like it shows 1 to 10. Let me look at that comment again. Part of a, oh, yeah, that's been there where, let me get this back here. I'm just moving all over the page. Let's say that I've got words here. My ticker came back. That is so weird. Does the ticker come back after a certain amount of time? So let's say that I've got words for a thumbnail. Words. If I highlight both of those, I can right click and download selection. That actually has been a thing for a long time, and I don't see any new features. A lot of people don't talk about it, but that used to be my trick. Actually, it still is my trick when I want to outline words differently than what's on effects here with the outline. Like sometimes I like the outline to look a little different, so I do I download the words and do the drop shadow instead. My prediction is Canva will one day to be a competitor to OBS and Zoom. Possibly. Canva, what? See, a named Canva sheet. What could that be? Canva stream? Canva stream? Maybe. And of course, you know, Eileen, Doug. If you don't know Doug, everyone, you should get to know Doug. Doug is, I call him the king of moderators because he moderates everybody's channel, and somehow I got him to moderate mine too. But he has an awesome YouTube channel, but recently we did a collaboration video on YouTube banners, and so that was fun. Not from the down solution, from the design. Yeah. Was it download? Is it download selection like I did, or was it something else? Because I thought that if I went into grid view and I like selected a bunch of designs or pages and then click download for a second, I thought that I was going to be able to download those pages that way, and that did not work. So it could be also that this is a multi-design and it needs to be just in a document that just has videos. So maybe you can do like a quick screen recording or something and share that with me on Facebook Messenger so that I can see what you're talking about, because I might just be misunderstanding. Now, I have a big question for everybody. What is a thing that you've seen that you are the, oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I just saw something. This is what I need. If you want to know what I just saw, put a drum roll emoji in the chat if you want to know what I just saw. Because, yeah, I just saw something. I love playing around in Canva when there's new features. That's a crown. It's not a drum roll, but I might accept the crown for a drum roll. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at the new photo editor. I haven't looked yet. I haven't either. Okay, we're going to go there next. Okay, drum roll. So this is what I just saw. Let me pull up a screen and drag it over. Yeah, my ticker keeps showing back. Like, I hide it. I think when I change things, it comes back. All right, this is what I saw. When you click on text, first, if you don't know, you can add dynamic text for page numbers. But two, they have put the text apps right there in text. So you've got your type gradient, you've got your type extrude, you've got your type craft, you've got your type lettering, and you have your type cutout. So those have been in apps, but they are now located within the text tab. I love that because it's going to make it so much easier. It's going to make it easier to find the text ones. I love that. Okay, now I'm going to take this drum roll as a sign to look at the home page. Let me hide the menu. And then let me move myself temporarily, I'm sure. Because we need to look at the new photo editor. I can't remember exactly what Canva said about it, but I've not looked at it. I've also not looked at Canva AI, but I don't think I'm going to look at Canva AI today. I think I'm just going to look at the photo editor. Actually, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm not going to put a poll up, but I'm going to ask you a question. Should I look at the photo editor or Canva AI? Those are the two. And while you're making a decision, I'm going to play a 1 minute video. I'm looking to see which one I want. We'll play a 1 minute video of Canva's new text effect while we're waiting for. Do you see how this word Canva is not connected, but this word Canva is? That's thanks to a brand new feature called ligatures. And this works best with a scripty font. So for this example, I'm using Playwright US Trad. You're going to click over Advanced Formatting. You'll have General. This is generally what things will be, which has no text position at all. And then you have Superscript and subscript. But we're going to leave this one at the regular A2 position. Slide over to typography. You're going to notice that there is a new feature called kerning, which you can turn on, but this is the one that I'm loving. It's called ligatures. it combines specific characters elegantly. When we flip this over, Canva is now scripty. What do you think about that? Okay. So the reason why I had those little videos, one, was so that I could not speak all the time and have a little break, but then show you a little where I'm speaking a little more eloquently than I do on lives. All right. Eileen says editor. Fishstick USA says editor. So we're going to look at editor. I think I figured it out. Anytime I switch to a new scene, the ticker comes back, which I'm fine with the ticker, but sometimes it just gets in the way. If you're just joining us today, basically what I'm doing is Canva had Canva Create today. They released a bunch of new features, and at the very beginning, I showed you how you could get access to these new features. They are releasing it in stages, and the first 1,000,000 people to hit the little envelopes at the top in the banner like 7 times are going to get access. So go ahead and do it if you've not already. I was number 125. I take pride in that I was in the first 1,000 and almost made it in the first 100. But to conclude the live stream today, I thought that I would look at one more feature, and Photo Editor has won. So let's click on Photo Editor. This is the first time that I'm seeing this. I'm trying to get everything lined up. I'm seeing new. So I'm seeing new under Sheets, which I'm over top of, sorry. Auto select. In fact, let me go ahead and get my screenshot. We're going to do a screenshot so that I can show you what Snagit does for me automatically, but I need to, this is just in case I need it later. I do film tutorials after all. Come on, paste. I accidentally made this smaller. There we go. Photo editor. Okay. Edit your own photo, which it's got some of the things that I've uploaded into my account. Let's choose this photo that I made. I can't remember where the original photo editor was, but what's weird is that it doesn't, those new features aren't there. Maybe it's under adjust. Doug is number 49,341. Awesome. Crop. See, this is what I want to see. What does it say that auto select is? I think auto select is that bit. Let's do this. Oh. Yep. So auto select is the thing that I've already shown, but it didn't open it up in the editor. It just opened it up in a design where I can just click that. So that's kind of cool that it just automatically uploaded something there. Background generator, perspective. Oh, perspective correction. Let's choose this. over here there is, oh, I could change the perspective of this image. And then done, and it changes that. I could download it like that. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to have to play around with the perspective. Was it under crop? It is. It's under crop. I can reset it. So then I get quiet when I'm looking at new features while I'm trying to work them out. Huh. Undo. Oh, and there's a compare button too. I got shiny new Canva toys. You can ask Doug, but I will tell you, you click the envelopes at the top of the banner. So click one of the envelopes, another envelope's going to pop out. You click that and it's going to pop out. You click that. I think you have to click like 7 envelopes and you will get introduced to the new updates. So yeah, I like it. I mean, they've had this independent photo editor for a while. And it's pretty much the same as it was, although there are more features in this independent editor than there were. So one thing that I could see this being really good for is if you had a photo mostly done and you just needed to do a few things to it, then you could bring it into the photo editor and just have it done that way. So I like that. You probably tapped it 7 times. 7 is the magic number. Okay, we've been live for an hour and 27 minutes. That's a pretty decent time. We've looked at a bunch of new things. Did not look at Canva AI. Maybe that means I'm just going to have to go live again. We'll see. I need to find out whether my husband has to work tomorrow or not. If he doesn't work tomorrow, maybe I'll go live again and look at more stuff. What would you think about that? And yes, you click the envelopes. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being meh, not excited at all, to 10 being very, very excited for the new releases, let me know what you think about them. For me personally, I think that I'm around a 7. I'm more excited than I thought I would be, but I am not there at a 10. And that's just because I've not played around with it enough to get there. But some of these, I am 10 level excited. Up 3. Yep, I get you. I feel you. But I think you're a 3 because I haven't shown you exactly how these features are going to help you as a YouTuber. I think that's it. But there's so many things, and I've got to pick 2 features. I need to pick 2 features to focus on, and I need to figure out how they work for YouTubers. What do you think? Oh, that's so sweet. I asked Digital Art with Canva to send me a video about something that she's doing. And that's so sweet. Thank you. I'm not going to say this, but I'm just going to leave this right here. And say, I agree. I like this one better than last year. But I think that there are some features that I really loved last year too. I think you will get me to a 7. Yeah, see, I'm the only reason I'm not a 10 right out of the gate is because I have very high expectations. Like very high, exceptionally high expectations. And so I am very rarely like wowed because some of the features that I think, oh, well, they should have had this for a while. So because of that, I'm not like, oh, this is the best thing ever. Hype. 6 in my inbox on Facebook. Wow. I did not realize how many of you were watching right now. This is amazing. Oh, and this was something, Canva coding. They announced, hold up, let me look at my page here. So the little notes that I took were essentially that they were announcing Visual Suite 2.0. And then they sort of compared it to having 10 tabs deep. Keeping track of things gets complex. And so, excuse me, since they like to make complex things simple, what if you could work on any design all within the same file? And Canva listened to us and made that dream a reality. The other thing was Canva Sheets, and then Canva Sheets with Magic Studio, because we're going to be able to use Magic Studio at scale in Canva Sheets to create a lot of social media content at one time in bulk. I love that. Then they talked about Flourish and announced that Canva now has Canva Magic Charts, and Canva Magic Charts is powered by Canva Sheet. They're going to have a scrollable doc, Canva AI, and Canva Code. So those were the summaries of the quick things that I picked up on. I just don't see me coding or grafting or changing bulk things. Okay. So with the coding, I think that we're going to have to think fourth dimensionally. We may not use that as YouTubers. However, I do know a certain YouTube educator that might rhyme with Rick Beman. That was horrible. That has been doing coding on apps and things. I mean, what if I could do an app that took you to exactly what you needed to learn Canva? Something like that. I don't know. I think it's very exciting. I think I'm going to try to have a video call with Michelle not the Michelle that's in chat right now, but the Michelle that was in the trailer video. I think she and I are going to have a call because she was super excited about the coding. So I want to pick her brain about it. As far as grafting, I'm not a big on charts either. However, I can see where it'd be helpful for some creators that like to chart things over time. Like maybe they want to chart their income month over month, or their subscribers month over month, or how many videos they've published month over month, or things like that. As far as changing bulk things, it's not just about changing bulk things, it's about making bulk things. So think about if you have social media content calendar where you want to publish 30 social media posts in April, and you can plan that out in Canva sheet and then bulk create a bunch of social media posts at one time quicker than you could do it individually. So that's where I think that that could be a bonus. You can't even use a hyper. How? Yep. Well, if it helps one person, that's the way I think of it in like my tutorials. Like so some of my tutorials, I'm helping a very specific person with a very specific problem. Um, so maybe that's what Canva's doing. They're trying to solve a problem for a very specific person, and that specific problem may not be our problem, but that's okay. Excel is my enemy. I probably won't use that much at all. Maybe I'm going to try to help with that. Now, I'm not great at that either, but my husband is an Excel wizard. So I don't know. Maybe he'll look at it and see something that I don't. And I will look at the video in a little bit once I get out of here. But I'm trying to look real quick to see if I see anything else. Code for me, design for me, create image. Okay, I see where Dreamlab moved to. I see where Dreamlab moved to. And I'll show you real quick if I can get back to it. Okay. Screen share. Full screen share. Here we go. Down here on the left-hand side, that's Canva AI. And then underneath here, create an image. That's where Dreamlab went. And there's all of the Dreamlab images I've created in the past. So now I know where that went because I was wondering, oh, you can chat using your voice. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, yep. Well, like a lot of this I really do love. And I would not be a good Empower Canvassador or a great teaching Canva for YouTube if I didn't share the things that I'm not going to use, or, like why I wouldn't personally use it, or share maybe the flaws or the downsides. If I'm hyped up all the time about new features, then you wouldn't trust me when I'm really hyped out about a new feature. I was severely hyped up about Magic Grab. Magic Grab, I absolutely love. Magic Eraser, I absolutely love. And so that when I say that this is a 10 out of 10, I love something, you know that it is the truth because I share when I'm a little disappointed about something or I'm just like, about something, especially live. They have integrated text-to-speech too. In documents or somewhere other than chat using voice. So yeah, let's see here. Yep, I figured it out. My ticker comes back when I change scenes. Thank you so much for joining today's live stream. This is your last chance to get questions asked, to leave comments. As Doug would call it, this is the last call. And let me see. I just had to check my phone real quick. Yep. Very impressed with the update. It will be great for Canva. Yep. So, yep. I'm tired and my husband's home already. So I think what I'm going to need to do is, if he works tomorrow, I will get up and I will film part of the tutorial that I need to have ready on Monday. And if he also works, then I might go live again to look at the Canva AI. In video, click. Oh, okay. While we're here, I'm just going to look at it real quick. We're going to, I know it's not on the screen, and that's okay. I'm going to resize this page to video. And then I'm going to click that, magic right. Let me show you what I'm seeing real quick. I'm just seeing this, but maybe I need to be in a full-on Canva document. Oh, let's see. In video, click your text. So in video, you're not talking about magic right. Click your text. Let's see here. Canva released new features. Now let me see. Go to Magic Write and it's in the menu. Okay, so Magic Write. Oh, look. Generate quiz. Hold up, let me hide. And generate AI voice. We'll go with Lisa. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to have to, I think I will have to add that to my list. I'm not sure what I think. Oh, let me just go back to the thanks Q&A here so that I can screenshot. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought you meant, I don't know what I thought you meant, but those are not the best. However, it's something. It's something. It'll do yeah. And then if someone used it, they would definitely need to click the little button, AI generated. Like I might would use it for if I needed someone else's voice in a video, like saying, have you ever thought to yourself? And then I wanted another voice to pop in saying something that someone else might say. Yeah. But what I anticipate is that there's going to be a lot of new features that we're going to see pop up, like that we've not noticed. If I can, I will go live again tomorrow. But I may not. I may not be able to. So just keep an eye out on the channel and know that I love you guys for showing up for me so much on today's live stream. I love sharing these new features with everybody. And if I don't see you tomorrow live, you'll see me on Monday with a new animation tutorial. All right, let's find one more thing. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.